All right, so the tools that you guys will need is a set of drill bits. You will need, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a 5/16. Yeah, it's not picking up, but it's a 5/16, and the smallest one, which this one will be 1/16. The smallest one, and the 5/16. You will need a bottle. Any bottle. This is the only one I have. Don't use the water bottles, they're way too small. This is it's from an iced tea, so that's what I'm using. Or you could use the 2-liter soda, like the Coca-Cola or Sprite bottle. And you will need this, a piece of tubing. It's actually cut to 2 feet or 24 inches. So if you guys are planning to get this one. Now for measurements, I believe it's a 1/4 inch. It's a 1/4 inch tubing. I got it at the Home Depot, but this is like a while back. So that's what you're gonna need is hold on, let's measure it. Okay, so I checked it out. It is a 1/4 inch tubing. So the inside is a 1/4 inch. The outside was 3/8. The outside will be 3/8. The inside will be 1/4 inch. And you will need a drill. Now there's better quality brake fluid. Sadly, the Walmart I went to had this one, STP. There's pretty much out of stock. The AutoZone down the street, same thing, they only had STP.4. But I was already at Walmart, so I picked both of them. There were $2.35, so total was like $5 plus taxes. So I got those two. So you will need that for the BMW, and I'll show you what's going on with my clutch. Alright guys, so check it out. So that's the clutch, and it's way too soft. It's way too soft. I could feel it. So pretty much the clutch it feels loose. I know it's not the clutch itself, and it's probably the cylinder that it has air. So that's what we're gonna do is pretty much I'm gonna do is take some of the old one off and then just go from there, and then I'm gonna do it by myself. So that's what the little bottle comes in hand. Now the other symptom that I know it's because of that is that every time I put it into first gear, there's times that it's not letting me go to either first or second or third gear. So that's how I know it's the small cylinder. So that's what we're gonna get to it. Stay tuned. If you're having these symptoms, if your clutch it's going all the way to the floor, then that's one. The second reason would be every time you press the clutch and try to go to first gear, it doesn't engage, and it's just hard. You have to either go to third or fourth gear to go to first gear. So that's one symptom that I'm having. This happened recently, so I will go ahead and change that, and hopefully it changes the symptom of not going into first gear or second. And also that'll be good because I'll be changing the old fluid with new fluid. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so for the clutch and brake system, it's actually all together. So down here it says .4 brake fluid, so that's what we're gonna use. It's a .4 brake fluid. Now I don't know why, but it doesn't look that bad. It's not, it's maybe because it's supposed to be clear, it's not too dark, so it's still good. So what I'm gonna do is try to take some of the top, take some of the dirty one off, and I'll top it off, and I'll go ahead and jack up the car, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is make a hole. I'm gonna try to do it on the side, so that way I have enough space to do the small one. Also be careful when you're doing this. Then you're gonna get your tubing. It will be a snug fit, so that's good. Alright, looks good. Okay, put this to the side. Now we're gonna get the smallest drill bit. And I'm gonna make the hole right next to it. Okay. So there you have it. There's the hole. There's the tubing. And that's how it's gonna look. So right now we're actually gonna fill it up to here with brake fluid, but not the, I'm not gonna take this one. I'm actually gonna take some of the old one and dump it inside there. And I'll show you guys. I forgot to mention, you will need one of them. So let's do this. Also, I highly recommend you put some towels or old rags that you have, because you don't want to get brake fluid around any plastic or any metal. It's not good for you. It's not good for the paint or anything that's metal or plastic. Okay, now we got this out on the side. Okay. before you keep going, check that you're not at the, so there's a, it's on the side. Let me get the bottle out of the way. Okay, it's on the side. It actually tells you where the maximum is and where the minimum is. So the minimum, I still got enough. I still have a little bit more to take off. So I'll go ahead and start doing that. So you don't want to get it too dried, because then you're gonna be in a bad situation. Right here, you see that? It's pretty dark. I'm gonna get a flashlight real quick. Okay, so now I'm in the minimum. Now we're gonna get some of the .3 brake fluid, and we're gonna start filling it up, and hopefully you guys can see it, but you guys will see how clear it looks. See how clear it looks? It actually looks like water. Okay, a little bit more. And we're back to the max. So now we'll go under the car, and I'll show you how it looks. But before I do that, let me show you guys something. Okay, so once we get the tubing in, and pretty much what's gonna happen is that once you go under the car by yourself, I'll show you guys how to set everything up, but the old brake fluid is gonna prevent from air to get sucked back in the tubing and going back to a cylinder. So there's gonna be like your second set of hands. But once you go in the car, we'll start pumping the clutch, and hopefully the camera will get this part, but we'll see if we have some any bubbles or any air inside the master cylinder or clutch cylinder. So that's how the setup's gonna be. Right now I'm actually gonna put a little zip tie so it could hang, or no, I should be good. We should be good. We got plenty of hose to set this on the floor. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I actually end up doing a little hanger for my bottle, just because I did end up jacking up the car too high. So if you have to do this, all I did was a zip tie and a piece of tie wire or anything that could hook on to anything. Good thing I got the I got a couple lines going through there. So let me see if I could adjust the camera so you guys can see that. So got a good light for you guys, and I'll show you guys how to hook it up right now. And you will get a 7mm wrench. So you will need the wrench to go in first. Okay, 10. You get the other end of your piece of tubing. And then just get it as to be snug. Alright, there it is. Alright, let me see if I can get the camera on. I'm trying to get a good angle for you guys. Yep, that looks good. The line is going up. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crack it loose from here. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go inside the car and start pressing the clutch. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press it 5 times, get out, check at the reservoir. If I have to add more brake fluid, I'll go ahead and add more brake fluid, and then continue. Total pumps I'm gonna do is 10 of them. So I'm gonna do 5, stop, check the brake fluid. If I have to fill it back up, and then go back inside and pump 5 more times, and that should do it. So let's check it out. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just make sure your tubing is touching the bottom of your bottle. Okay, let's go ahead and open it. Oh yeah, there's a couple of air bubbles in there. Alright, I'm gonna go up there and pump. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now I'm gonna check the reservoir. Yep, we lost some of it, so I'm gonna top it off again. Alright, looks good. I'm at the max mark. So now what I'll do, I'll pump them 5 more times. One, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reservoir still looks good. Okay, that looks a lot better. No bubbles around. It's nice and snug. It's tight. Okay, now here comes the hard part. So as you guys can see, there's no air bubbles on the system. So we bled everything out, so it looks good. Now what I'm gonna do is take this apart. So once you take this off, make sure you bring it up so that way all that fluid could drain down. Okay, here we go. There we go. And it actually came out clear. Some of it was already dirty. Just a little bit more. All right, that's pretty hand tight. Just gonna leave it as is right now. Now, something I noticed now that I'm down here is that in here, just a little bit of that brake fluid. Well, I know it's from there, but up here it looks like it's leaking from it. So I'm gonna try to hand tie it, and see what happens. Okay, so this is a 19, so it's gonna be both 18s. So I'll get two 18s. Okay, so I have an 18 and an 11/16. Just a little bit. Alright, it looks good. Yeah, it wasn't tight enough. You guys saw what I did. Hopefully I'll clean this out, and next time we do an oil change, I'll keep that, which the oil change is coming up soon as well. So I'll go ahead and keep check on this. Also, I will find out if the clutch feels either, right now it's pretty hard, but if it feels loose, then I know it's leaking somewhere. But that's about it, guys. Now let's go up in the hood. Okay. Just a tiny bit. Alright, that looks good. Alright guys, that's it. We should be straight. Wait a minute. Alright, looks good. Hold on, maybe I overfilled it. Even though it shows on the max, where it shows that it's maxed, I'm just gonna take a little bit off. Alright, that looks good. Alright guys, that's it. Just clean around. Make sure it's nice and tight. The cap's not loose. And that's it, guys. So I probably have this much, a little less than half from it. So I'll keep track, and at least we know we have one. I also have this one. It's brand new, so the clutch is all bled out, so we should be good for now. And I'll probably do the brakes, but that'll be off camera. I don't think you guys want to see that, so I'll probably do that now. Alright guys, have a good day.